Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament, of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version of the Christian Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel from the testimony of the various prophets of the Old Testament. I wrote it into the Book of Zion. In order to publish the Book of Zion, I had to write the Pot Smoker's Bible as a commentary. And in order to finalize my to-do list to become the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, the Moses of the drug users, I had to publish peace, which is what I've been doing on YouTube since 420 of this year, and here on social media. When I started, I don't remember exactly when I started doing these videos, but anyway, as I said earlier in a blog, this is probably going to be the last day that I will be able to publish, because my cable is going to be shut off because I'm broke and poor and jobless and just like everybody else. So, I'm going to do something a little different than I normally do. Normally, I do the dissertation of the chapter of the Book of Zion that is involved with the chapter of the book of the Pot Smoker's Bible. But since I may not get through the entire dissertation, I'm going to go ahead and read you the reading, which is to say I am going to read you the 18th chapter of the Book of Zion without Bible and verse headings to interrupt the flow of the reading. So, let me say, first of all, that every word that I'm about to read to you comes straight from the King James Version of the Bible. If you look in the Ketuvim, you can find each and every verse that I'm about to read to you. Hopefully, I'll be able to go ahead and publish the rest of the dissertation so that you can see exactly where in the Ketuvim you can find the testimony of the prophets that I'm going to read to you. This should be fun. So, I'm giving you a challenge, everyone. I challenge everyone who watches this video to actually go to the Bible and find every single one of these. Okay, here's the first page. If you can, I'll give you the first page. So, have fun with that while I'm offline. It'll give you something to do. Anyway, here's the reading of the 18th chapter of the Book of Zion, the sighing of the prisoners. Hast thou utterly rejected Judea? Hast thy soul loathed Zion? Why hast thou smitten us, and there is no healing for us? We looked for peace, and there was no good, and for the time of healing, and behold, trouble. Let the sighing of the prisoners come before thee, according to the greatness of thy power. Preserve thou those that are appointed to die. A father to the fatherless, and a judge of the widows, is God in his holy habitation. God setteth the solitary in families. He bringeth out those which are bound in chains, but the rebellious dwelleth in a dry land. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. The Lord executeth righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous of my holy name. I have forsaken mine house, I have left mine heritage, I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hands of her enemies. What thing shall I take to witness for thee? What thing shall I liken unto thee, O daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great, like the sea. Who can heal thee? Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity, to turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment. Their heart crieth unto the Lord, O wall of the daughter of Zion. Let tears run down like a river, let not the apple of thine eye cease. Make thee bald, and pall thee for thy delicate children, enlarge by baldness, as the eagle, for they are gone into captivity from thee. I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted, and the right of the poor. Surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name, the upright shall dwell in thy presence. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in the time of trouble. For the Lord heareth the poor, and despiseth not his prisoners. Thou hast ascended on high, thou hast led captivity captive, thou hast received gifts for men, yea, for the rebellious also, that the Lord might dwell among them. As for thee also, by the blood of thy covenant, I have set forth thy prisoners out of the pit wherein there is no water. Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. When I have bent Judea for me, fill the bow of Ephraim, and raised up thy sons of Zion against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as a sword of the mighty man. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassion every man to his brother, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. Happy is he that hath the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his God, which made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that there is in, which keepeth truth forever, which executeth judgment for the oppressed, which giveth food to the hungry. The Lord looseneth the prisoners. The Lord openeth the eyes of the blind. The Lord loveth righteousness. The Lord preserveth the stranger. He relieveth the fatherless and widow, but the way of the wicked he turneth upside down. The Lord shall reign forever, even thy God of Zion, unto all generations. Praise ye the Lord. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Bozrah, as the flock in the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. For he satisfieth the longing soul, and filleth the hungry soul with goodness, such as sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, being bound in affliction and iron. Because they rebelled against the word of God, and condemned the counsel of the Most High. Yet setteth he the poor up on high from affliction, and maketh him families like a flock. The righteous shall see it and rejoice, and all iniquity shall stop her mouth. Who is wise and will observe these things? Even they shall understand the loving kindness of the Lord. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth on the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners, and after many days they shall be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when the Lord of hosts will reign in Mount Zion, and in Jerusalem, and before his ancients gloriously. Thus ends the 18th chapter of the Book of Zion, the sighing of the prisoners. And then I'm going to do another video here in a minute. Hopefully I will get them both out before they cut me off. Hopefully they'll give me a couple of days before they do that, but we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start the dissertation next time. But as you can see, God has care for all who are in prison. So if you have someone in prison, especially on drug charges, please send them my love and respect and regards, because they are the prisoners of the Most High God of Israel, part of the captivity foretold, the captivity of Zion, which comes after the captivity of Israel, which was the Holocaust. So, Zion, the prisoners of America, the people of the Most High God of Israel, created by God for His own glory and pleasure. We, the ones who are imprisoned for wanting nothing more than to have a good time and to provide that good time to our fellow Zionites. We are the children of the Most High God of Israel, the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God Himself, this God who is gray, who comes from the heavens, who are our parent race, half, well, 1% of who we are. We're 99% Neanderthal, 1% gray. But that 1% is enough for those of us who find the sacred tree of life, marijuana. That is why I call it the Pot Smoker's Bible, because marijuana is the fabled tree of life, that tree which was taken away from the children of earth when the gray left. The only remnants of that tree of life, the true tree of life, that come from the homeworld of the gray, is marijuana and hemp. And if you have found your way to the tree of life, then you have found your way to the gray. And they have already provided you with all of the information that you need to know that you're justified. And that very soon, when we all go camping, even as Moses and the children of Israel went camping when they escaped from Egypt, we too will escape from America. We will perform our own exodus. That's what our camp out is all about. It's about a new exodus. And if you listen to rock music, hey, it's right there, telling you that all of this is real and all of this is true. There's a lady who's sure all the glitters is gold, and she's buying this stairway to heaven, Jacob's ladder. I not only bought that stairway to heaven, my friends, but I climbed it to the very top, and there I met the gods of the earth, the gray. Not physically, but telepathically. And they had instructed me to hold a solemn assembly of all drug users, all those who have the capacity to be telepathic, or who believe in the gray as God, or who are just so destitute that they have no other alternative but to seek out this alien god of this crazy pot-smoking woman who says, "Follow me. Let's go camping. Let's reenact the exodus of Moses and free ourselves from the oppression that is the war on drugs." So, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guild choice. And if you get high and use drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote the books. So I'm going to say later now, hopefully, because you know I'll never say goodbye.